Alright, g'day guys, Mk2 Upright. Now this video is meant to be a drawer and fridge video because we've got a new fridge, but it's not because the drawer doesn't fit. So today's video is a King's Mk2 Upright 85 litre fridge unboxing and review. Hope you enjoy. Alrighty guys, so the plan for the rear is a whole new setup, which you might think is crazy because I haven't really had this for that long, and you're kind of right. But I'll be honest with you guys, I'm 6'4", and this fridge is very high, even for me. So when we've got this out fully, like this, it's right there, it's fully out, right? And remember, there's a bigger lift to go on the rear because there's a lot of weight in the back of this car. And you know, I can see this pretty comfortably, I'll be honest. Like, I can get in there. This back one though, extremely difficult, and you really have to dive down there, let alone other people getting in here. So that's sort of a bit of a negative with the old chest design. And obviously up here as well, if you're really picky, you can see all these screw holes and this cable run track and everything. Like originally I planned for an upright, so it'd actually cover all these screws, and obviously huge void behind the back where I can put my tools in and stuff. So this just hasn't, you know, I tried to like the chest setup and I think they did a place, but I think I really lifted full drive or without a drop slide, they're no good. And I didn't want to go the drop slide route purely just because I think they're really heavy and they take a long time to use. And there's just no point. Now the uprights are a thing. So that's one thing that's gonna go. And another thing is the two drawers. So went to King's, bought a 900mm drawer, and that's gonna replace two of these. Now, I'm probably thinking, Matt, why don't you just take this one off and just use that one? Well, the main reason is not only are these smaller inside, and they've got wider rails and everything, and this part here is really thick. The King's one is bigger in every single dimension, so it's just gonna be way easier, and a lot of my friends have them, and it's just really nice to see them. And they released that model probably 2 weeks after I bought these, so if they were available I would have just bought them, but I'm not too sad because I think I can sell both of these and this fridge for more than what I bought the King's gear for. As you can see here, I've got heaps of like ladder, blankets, heaps of like rubbish and stuff, so the new drawer will be a little bit wider, probably come up to more over here, and I also got a wing kit, so I'll be able to put that in. And then that one will be gone. Huge void here, which would be great because I've got lots of chairs and all that sort of stuff that can fit in the boot, because we do have a greyhound, big dog, and you know, she takes up almost the whole middle row, so we've kind of already lost that whole middle section, so it'd be very good to sort this out. Alrighty guys, I messed up. So basically, when I made this a while ago, this XTM drawer, so the back right corner is touching the inner arch there for the wheel, right? And then we've got obviously the big kitchen slide here, which I love that big table. And then we've got the 12 volt bit that I built custom. So this has all been made starting off that corner sort of, so everything fits lots of stuff in there, that's great. But what I didn't allow for is that the new XTM drawer is 500mm wide, whereas this is 470mm wide. So as you can imagine, I need 30mm wider, which I don't really have because the wheel of the arch is there. So I've got two options, sort of three options. One is leave it how it is, put the upright in there and, you know, get a feel for it, which is probably what I will do for now, because that lets me figure out if I can even do this setup. Option two is I actually like get rid of this kitchen slide and get something else that's a bit narrower, because this one is really wide. And also it's not the end of the world because I have the upright, so the upright would sit in a slide which is a little bit like weird, and I don't want to use that feature. Like I almost just need the table now, not this top bit, so I could potentially just swap that. Option three is cut and modify this 12 volt wall, which would be mountains of work because it's all custom fit to the roof and the sides, and not to mention all the 12 volt that's in there. So I think that's definitely not an option for me. But yeah, so let me know if you have any good ideas. But yeah, I think I'm going to put it in here for now, get a feel for it. And then if I love it, I think it's all good, then I might, yeah, swap this table out, or even just leave this as it is and I can return that king straw. But I was very excited to have it because it is a lot bigger and wider and longer. But it is what it is. Like, I think for depth, like this one's 900, the other one was 935, and it's obviously taller and wider. So I was very excited to use that one, but I think we're just gonna pack a bit lighter in a sense because this car is used mostly for weekend trips, so I don't need, you know, heaps of stuff. I had power tools in here and all sorts, because I think I'm gonna put that in a different compartment and then literally just have, like, you know, the basics in here. So yeah, a bit of a dilemma, but yeah, we'll keep moving forward. Alrighty guys, super excited. I'll bring you on the ground here. We're gonna look at the new fridge. Alrighty guys, super excited. Here we have the King's Mark II fridge. Now, 85 litre right now. We have one in the Prado, you may remember, and I love that to bits. Never let me down, never didn't work. And 5-year warranty, obviously a lot of people start buying them at 5-year warranty because it's such a good warranty. But basically guys, if you don't know, 6 litre freezer, 12/24 volt. And then I used the one in the shop and I just couldn't believe how much better the handle was. I didn't care too much about getting the Mark II and Mark I, but then I saw the Mark II and I used the handle, and it's latched in 2 points, very different to the first one. It actually works. And also for some specs for you guys, if you're watching at home and you don't even know what this fridge is like, temperature range 0 to 10, average consumption about 60 watts. And then basically, yeah, dimensions 536 mil by 476 mil by 630 mil, and your 5-year warranty. And basically, it's got a mounting kit and everything, and it should just work really well. Now, I bought this at a pretty good price, I think. I think it was on sale for, this could be wrong, but I think it was $4.19, and it came with this. It came with this little temperature monitor. So absolute classic. It was cheaper to get it with something like this. And basically this is a wireless fridge thermometer. So I could put this display, I know some people put them in the fridge organizers on the front, so you can just look at the fridge, know that it's all good. Or I could put it in the dash when I'm driving, something like that. And then if the battery or the fridge stops working for some reason, I'll know, because I'll be able to watch the temperature sort of drop. So pretty cool about that, and I'm pretty excited about that as well. And then you can see here guys, really cool. It's got the obviously a door like a normal house, and a house fridge, and I love that because 2 litre milks, 2 litre juices. If you're like me and you just want to camp quickly, just grab your stuff from your home fridge, put it in there and then take it out. Whereas with the chest fridge, you could do that as well obviously, but it's super high. But if I've got a drawer fridge, you can't really, like a 60 litre you could, but it's not, you lose your space so quickly. And then there's actually screen controls in here, and there's a fan on the side, so they've updated that, which is pretty cool. Something super cool as well, guys. I actually got the last one, so they're kind of selling like hotcakes, I think. Because if you're in Adelaide, I was at the King Seafood, and basically online it said no stock. And I was like, oh, okay, no worries, I'll just go have a look. Went there, someone had cancelled their order, so this was the only one there, and obviously I had to take it. So here we are. Obviously, it's quite similar to the first one as you expect, but obviously the biggest difference you can probably see is the logos up here and the handle. And this handle was so nice, guys, like super, super nice. And yeah, if we have a look in here, you can obviously see huge differences already, which is, you can't see from your side, but there's a whole fan and light over here. This is pretty similar, that's pretty similar. There's a line down the middle for some reason in this magnet area. But yeah, this magnet's up, which is actually quite handy. If you just want to quickly get something out the freezer, you can go in there. And then there's this under tray bit here. And I think that's to stop lots of the condensation and stuff, but on my one I actually threw that out. Purely just because it was way thicker than this and it took up a lot of space in there. But we'll leave this on for now and keep it. And then if I think it's not really necessary, I'll honestly probably get rid of that. And then yeah, here in the bottom, got user manual in the tiny, tiny little mounting brackets. So it doesn't take much to mount these up. And obviously you got your little shelf there that slides out. And these obviously as well you can adjust these, so take that out, put that one up if I wanted to, and so on. So it really just depends how you want to use it. But man, I'm already softened this. Like, I really miss my upright. So, but the door this looks pretty similar to me as far as I can see. Yeah, that latch is far superior. There you can see in there, got a light, fan, some sensors, and little breathing at the back there. So as you guys may know, in the Mark 1's King fridge, lots of people modified it and put like a PC fan, like literally a little fan in here, and they drilled a hole in it, or you run the wire out here, and it was just a whole big thing that happened. But this should have fixed most of the issues, because the fan's literally built inside of it, which is pretty cool. So obviously you don't have to drill holes in your fridge anymore, and it should work really nice. Another thing as well, you can see the latch here. See, it's on two ends, so when I close it, it's just super smooth. And there's no, like the other one you'd pull and it's really stiff because the handle isn't on the side it opens on. Whereas this, because it's such a wide surface, it just seems to work. So that's awesome. 85 litre, that wasn't there on the last one. And also that's technically in a different spot. Normally it was just a little bit on the side, but that's a huge plate. Alrighty guys, now remember what I'm doing now is technically a temporary solution, but could also be here for a while, because as we mentioned before, we might get rid of this and then change this again. But these little blocks, get the camera right under here. You can see I've done a little notch to get under this bracket here for the hinge. So now, not only does it clear here beautifully, you can see there, got the nice black block here. Now I'm gonna like put black marine carpet in here, so it's not some weird hole. It will actually be like a sort of a flat surface, and obviously you've got a little packet that's glued there. But I'm pretty sort of happy with that. It's flush with here. You can't see now the screws unless you go up there, but as you can see here, all these screws are hidden now. And there's a bit of a gap here, but I think it looks better in the center of the slide than fully left. If I really want to, I can still use this feature and drag it out. But as an upright does, it just sort of completely takes over the whole setup, and that's all you can see now, especially that I've removed that drawer. But now obviously behind it, we've got heaps of space, and obviously this area. So let's waste no more time. I'm gonna paint this black brackets on, and hopefully I can get some screws up through the bottom into the timber, which will then hold that on. Alrighty guys, that is now, it's got 6 screws in it, and that's solid. So even on the fridge slide, before it was just falling off every second, but now that's solid. So yeah, we could run it like that. There's some people who do, but I'm not, just because I just think it's a bit annoying slaying the whole thing out. But in saying that, the cable's already on a track, so it literally could be so easy just to run it like that. But then there's a huge hole and things fall in there, and there's just no really, I don't need to pull it out because I can reach it now because it's an upright, not a chest fridge. So I can literally just open it like that. So just don't see any point. Alrighty guys, pretty stoked. Fridge is in, you may hear it off the mic, but it is on. I'll be honest, it's kind of loud, but also like it's just been turned on. So once we get the drinks, then obviously it's not gonna be on 24/7 and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's really nice guys, I gotta be honest. So you got your temperature up here. I might even show you guys like this. So you've got your 22 Celsius currently, and you've got your on and off. Obviously you got your settings, so you hit that. We can do Celsius. I've got an eco, I've put on low, which is referring to the voltage table here. And then there's one more, which is the temperature obviously. So we've got it on, if you wait a second, it resets back to nothing, to the degrees, there you go. So I've got it on 4, which is what I had my old upright on, which isn't too power hungry, but still freezes the fridge. And then obviously, yeah, freezer's going nicely up there. And then this fan here, it's so funny. So right now it's off when the door's open, but when I close it, you might hear it. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but I can hear that little fan's just turned on. So probably quite efficient in that sense. I think that's quite clever. I thought it'd just be on all the time, all the compressors on, but that's running independently to my understanding of everything else. All right guys, so pretty happy with the fridge. I'm gonna obviously take a few trips and test it out and stuff, and we'll see how it really holds up over the time. I'm suspected it's gonna use like a lot more battery than the chest fridge would, just because of the design. As soon as you open that door, all that cold air comes out and you have to refrigerate the whole thing. And obviously if you have like food in there, cans or whatever, the less area, it's gonna get colder a lot quicker and run more efficiently. So we'll probably have to get some drinks in there, whole well. But yeah, also being a smaller fridge by about 10 litres, you could argue might run better because it's less space to cool up. But we'll see how we go. And right now it's on the slide. It does, like the slide moves the tiniest bit, but it's solid. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I did that pretty quickly. But now I'm excited because we've got this. I've never ever used one or had one. So this is all new for me. So let's have a little look and see what it's like. You guys have no idea, like I've just camped in an ASX with no fridge and now I've gone to this. No, do you understand how excited I am? All right, in the box, we've got little instructions and we've got the receiver and the screen. Now guys, Ingles also sell one of these and it's black, and I was almost gonna buy that a while ago, but they're the exact same thing and it's $40, whereas this hypothetically was free. So you do what you want, but I'm probably just gonna get this sort of stuff because it's the exact same thing. You can see here guys, little temperature, there's the back. So this actually has a little stand, which is cute, so I can put it somewhere. Now it's a shame it hasn't got a magnet. If that had a magnet, that'd be great. But we're gonna obviously get the batteries for these. So we've got, what do we need? AAAs, and we obviously need 4 of them, 2 for here and 2 for this other side. See in the top there, it's got a Celsius and Fahrenheit switch, so we can, obviously we'll leave that on Celsius. Okay guys, put the battery in. You can see here, this is the current temperature, so it's currently 28.3 Celsius. But this is out here, so I'm gonna put it inside, we'll see how quick it changes. All right guys, well that's the fridge fully installed and ready to go. So I'll do a review probably in 12 months because I know a lot of guys are curious about this fridge because it's just come out, but it's fully running, it's fully working. We've even got the little temperature gauge going, 18 Celsius in there, it's currently 30 outside. And yeah, so all good from here. We'll see how we go. Any questions, leave them down below, and like and subscribe. We'll catch you guys next time on Built Cruisers.